In the era of government efficiency, a new report finds taxpayers are wasting billions on old and underutilized or underused buildings.
As federal agencies are now looking for ways to save money, WCNC Charlotte's Nate Morabito found unused space across the Carolinas.
Take a look at this. Every red circle is a federal building. We analyzed the data used to create this map, and it shows dozens of buildings across the Carolinas with vacant square footage, space the government is paying for but isn't using. From a nondescript office building in South Park to the newly renovated federal building and courthouse uptown, data suggests federal agencies are not as efficient with our tax dollars as they could be when it comes to office space. In fact, records analyzed by WCNC Charlotte show a combined 700,000 square feet across North and South Carolina labeled vacant at least at some point this year. Enough unused square footage to fill half of Bank of America Stadium. That includes spaces in nearly 60 government buildings across the two states.
When we started doing the calculations, like what is the really net cost to the taxpayer, it was astounding.
Back in 2016, long before President Trump created DOGE this year, Congress created the bipartisan Public Buildings Reform Board to identify outdated, expensive to maintain, and largely unoccupied buildings the government could sell. Paul Walden is the executive director and says anonymous cell phone data from the post-COVID era showed some buildings had an average daily attendance of less than 25%, others even less.
With one building here in D.C., it was costing roughly $180,000 per year to house that one employee in that building.
In May, the board recommended offloading 11 federal buildings in some of the country's largest cities to save a whopping $5.4 billion.
It blows your mind away.
Walden says the PBRB has limited resources, but is hopeful new and more accurate occupancy data will help shape future recommendations.
We're trying to save, the taxpayers' burden on maintaining the federal footprint. It's to save money.
In March, DOGE identified $146,000 in annual savings by canceling 2 leases in Charlotte, one for the Environmental Protection Agency and the other for the U.S. Geological Survey.
This administration is taking historic action on reducing the size of the government.
Just a month later, during a Congressional Oversight Subcommittee meeting, a Government Accountability Office director testified agencies have been in a wait-and-see mode for far too long and need to be more deliberate in addressing this problem moving forward.
The federal government has held on to too much space and has been too slow in shedding underused properties.
The Public Buildings Reform Board has suggested studying dozens of other buildings in the next round, none of which are in the Carolinas. Nate Morabito, WCNC Charlotte.